And Jimmy Rave and Jason Cross mixing up in your main event this week on NWA Wildside. And it wasn't all that long ago on a pay-per-view edition of NWA TNA as part of a four-way matchup. Jimmy Rave and Jason Cross mixed it up and impressing an awful lot of folks with the NWA TNA staff. And once again, it's your main event here this week. These two titans of Wildside, two of the guys who have raised the bar so many times that even they can't even keep up with it. They're mixing it up once again this week.
And Jimmy Rave, 2 weeks ago on Wildside, went to the defense of the honor of the young Jeremy V, the kid with the most heart in the industry today, who in that tag team match teaming with Jimmy Rave against Rain Man, the World Television Champion, and Jason Cross, V re-aggravated his neck injury, and the status is still undetermined on his future. The poor kid, just when you think he's getting a break, something bad happens to him. Again tonight, Jimmy Rave dedicating the match to Jeremy V. Jimmy Rave has really taken this youngster under his wing in the locker room. He sees Jeremy V in a position that he was 2 years ago. Jimmy Rave has become such a stand-up guy in the case for Jeremy V. Tonight, there's a lot of personal history. The rivalry between these two goes back many years. Before even NWA Wildside, these two had a very competitive and unfriendly acquaintance. The rivalry carried over throughout the years. With Jason Cross as a member of the NWA Elite, Jimmy Rave always strongly opposing, and they've clashed forces. They've butted heads several times. Now the role model going to work, focusing his attack on the neck of Jimmy Rave. Looks like he's trying to make another victim just like Jeremy V.
And frankly, that's not what Jimmy Rave wants to have in his future, knowing to be injured by the role model, Jason Cross. But Cross so far very successful in handling Jimmy Rave here this week on Wildside. And I tell you, having to deal with what we saw Jeff G. Bailey do earlier on in this very edition by KOing CEO Rick Michaels. This happens to be one of the most disgusting segments we have ever witnessed here on Wildside. Unlike our opinion of Jeff G. Bailey can't get any lower, I think it just did.
Well, Rick Michaels, he did leave on his own merit, but he and his wife Tanya have left to go to the hospital to see Mr. Michaels' physician, as he is going to have immediate x-rays done on his spine. Just coming out of back surgery in late February. Something we do not want to see is another injury to Rick Michaels. He's overcome so much adversity, the CEO championing Wildside, and now for that gutless worm, Jeff G. Bailey, to do such a despicable act, to hit a man that is practically crippled. You said he was at 30%, that's being generous. Attacked him from behind. Couldn't even attack him at his face if he was so tough. And then he had to take off his belt and give Michaels lashes until all of Rick Michaels' students cleared the locker room. They couldn't take it anymore. And Rick Michaels, on his way out, did make a match for next week on NWA Wildside. Fans, you don't want to miss it. As punishment for that action, immediately next week on Wildside, Rain Man, the World Television Champion, in your main event is going to take on the man who has 2 DQ victories over the Iceberg, the genetic specimen of Wildside, Onyx. Rain Man better be kissing that gold belt very closely. He better be holding it tight, is all I could say. Reversal there by Jason Cross into the ring. Tremendous action here. Jimmy Rave takes the arm, up and under. German suplex drop by Jimmy Rave with a release.
And both these guys fighting tooth and nail this week on your main event of NWA Wildside. What's it going to take here? Oh, massive kick to the side of the head, sending Rave down in a heap. And like Rave doesn't have enough to deal with the power of the role model, Jason Cross, you have Jeff G. Bailey skulking around the ringside too. You need to have more than merely eyes in the back of your head. You have to have eyes all over the damn place.
The role model going to the second turnbuckle took exception to a remark made by a fan. Shouldn't be worrying about the fans, he should be worrying about the match. Jimmy Rave right behind him. He countered both maneuvers, and now Jimmy Rave with a big powerbomb, looks like, connects on Jason Cross. He's got him with a bridge, but no. Rave quickly locks on the crossface submission.
Rave cinching it in, pulling back on the neck, right under the chin of Jason Cross, bending the neck in a way it's not supposed to be. Look at Bailey pushing the rope ever so closely.
Speedy Nelson Not pet. Come on, Speedy!
Speedy, quite frankly, should not have allowed that. But he's a straight-up guy, and he did grab the ropes. Oh, thunderous kick to the kidneys.
Jimmy Rave removing his knee pad. Gonna make it a little more vicious this time. Looks like he was going for the Shining Wizard, but Jason Cross took out the leg of Jimmy Rave. Now the role model off the ropes. Coming back, what is this? Rolling double underhook reverse face buster by the role model Jason Cross.
And bringing down the knee protection devices of Jimmy Rave is precisely the one thing he should not have done. But Rave, once again, getting those long legs over that bottom rope. An event that Bailey wishes he was in the northern part of the ring in order to knock that leg off, which is precisely what part of Bailey's arsenal. Jason Cross and Jimmy Rave. Two Wildside fans, big favorites. Oh!
Northern Lights bomb by Jimmy Rave. He's put many men away with that maneuver. He won a junior heavyweight championship with that maneuver. Will he defeat the role model? He's got the far leg hooked. Too much time elapsed between the maneuver and the pinfall. Jimmy Rave simply too fatigued to get right on top of his man.
What's going to have to be key here, the element of surprise, the element of immediacy is going to be key in a victory in this matchup.
Here comes the gravity killer. Jason Cross, reversal. The role model to the second turnbuckle. He's got it. There's the triple cross. There's the triple cross. Talk about immediacy. Out of nowhere, Cross picks up a quick victory.
It's not merely a victory, it is definitely a statement on the part of the NWA Elite that nobody but nobody is going to be getting in their way, no matter how game a Jimmy Rave is.
Oh, and come on, this is absolutely unnecessary. Trying to further damage the neck.
What did Rave do to deserve a brain buster? God, and Cross is up for more. Oh my God, Jeremy V with a chair.
Jeremy V cleaning house. Jeremy V with a neck brace.
V doesn't even need to be here, my friends.
But not afraid of the role model. Jeremy V, the gutsiest kid in wrestling today. I'll say it many, many times more, fans. Tremendous main event matchup. The outcome was unfortunate, but it was a clean victory for the role model Jason Cross. The aftermath certainly unnecessary, but Jeff G. Bailey's gotten more irons in the fire as a result of his attack on Rick Michaels. Fans, tune in next week. The World Television Championship will be on the line. The genetic specimen, Onyx, a man once held that title, going to be taking on the current champion, the Soul Assassin, Rain Man. Be sure to tune in next week. I'm Dan the Dragon Wilson.
I'm Stephen Prazak. Next week we'll do it again here at NWA Wildside.